we're going to go along the line. I will show you a clue, and you need to give me the answer for 2 points. It's quite a highbrow clue, though. If you can't get it, I'll then show you a lowbrow clue, and the answer is the same. The answer is the same. You get 2 points if you get it from the highbrow clue, 1 point if you need the lowbrow clue. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yep.
Kate, we will start with you.
OK.
Highbrow first, so this will be for 2 points. The name of which Commedia dell'arte stock character, usually portrayed as a boastful but cowardly Spanish don, derives from the Italian word for skirmish?
At the moment, you know when you're in this situation, the only Italian word you can think of is, like, pasta.
Yes.
I mean, you can go for that if you want.
As your competitor, that sounds great, Kate.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go lowbrow, I think.
Take a free guess, though, at this one.
Can I?
Yeah.
Let's say pasta.
Here's your lowbrow question. In Bohemian Rhapsody, who did Queen ask to do the fandango?
Now all I can think of is Mamma Mia.
So are you going to stick with pasta, or have you changed your mind?
I have changed my mind, but I still don't know the answer.
Shall we open it up to the others?
I think you should open it up to the others.
Andy.
Scaramouche.
Scaramouche is the right answer.
Yay! Back to you.
That makes sense. Skirmish, Scaramouche. Right. Scaramouche, Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? Ivo, highbrow, lowbrow. We'll give you your highbrow question first for 2 points. First isolated by Albert Rizzoro in 1952, the chemical element Einsteinium has what chemical number?
Wow.
In other words, Ivo, do you know any numbers?
Axel.
I mean, it could be... I mean, I'm going to guess it's somewhere between 20 and 70, but I've got no idea, and so I'll go 52, in case that was how they did it.
If you've got this right, by the way,
I know.
how good would that be? Here's your lowbrow question. How many problems did Jay-Z have in the title of his 2004 UK Top 20 single?
Wow, this is very much his area. I can tell you that the answer is 99.
Is the answer 99? Of course it is. Well done, Ivo Graham. Andy Oliver.
Hello.
Shall we take a look at the highbrow one for 2 points?
Me.
To which noble family did Queen Elizabeth II's mother-in-law, Princess Victoria Alice Elizabeth Julia Maria, belong?
The Habsburgs.
The Habsburg. That sounds reasonable.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Sort of vaguely.
I'm trying to think of a lowbrow question which would have the answer Habsburg now.
Yeah, there just isn't one, is there?
After this is your lowbrow question. What kind of cake has pink and yellow squares and is covered in marzipan?
Battenberg.
So you're going to change your answer?
To Battenberg.
Habsburg to Battenberg?
Habsburg to Battenberg.
Are you from Habsburg to Battenberg? Is that right? Of course you're right. Battenberg is the answer. Well done. Phil, for 2 points, here is your highbrow question. In Le Morte d'Arthur, which knight of the Round Table has the nickname Bowman?
Bowman. Bow beautiful. Oh, beautiful. Galahad was supposed to be lovely, but...
Say Galahad?
Yes, say Galahad as a, OK,
you're saying Galahad, says Phil. It's 2 points if it's right, so let's take a look at the lowbrow clue. Which character in The Office finds his stapler set in jelly?
Well, this is where I reveal that I've never seen The Office.
Really?
I don't know that either.
No.
Phil, so you're going to time yourself out?
I actually don't know.
Ivo.
I believe it's Gareth.
Is it Gareth? It is Gareth. Yeah. I mean, the big information here is that...
There's a knight called Gareth.
Oh, no, not yet. Is Sir Galahad, Sir Lancelot, Gareth.
What?
Kate, back to you, 2 points.
OK.
Which Greek titaness is the daughter of the god of the sky, Uranus, and the god of the earth, Gaia?
I am going to go Diana.
Diana. Let's take a look at the lowbrow one now, see if the answer to that is also Diana. In the sitcom Friends, which character goes out with David, Jason, Vince and Mike?
Then I'm going to change it to Phoebe.
Let's take a look. Are you right? You're absolutely right, Kate. Well done. 1 point. Ivo, highbrow for 2 points. Born in Caprese in 1475, which student of Bertoldo di Giovanni is known for his works Sleeping Cupid and Madonna of the Stairs?
I can't even think of a plausible answer here, I'm embarrassed to say. I'm going to go Massimo Taibbi.
Massimo Taibbi, former Manchester United goalkeeper.
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. Here is your lowbrow question.
Oh, no!
In the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles musical, which turtle performs the Cowabunga rap?
You know
I know it, and I could have got a 2-pointer. I believe it's Michelangelo.
It is Michelangelo. Yeah. Andy.
Yes.
Shall we see if we can get a 2-pointer?
Okay.
Okay, here's your highbrow question. It is said that John Keats composed his 1819 poem Ode to a Nightingale while sitting under what type of tree?
An oak tree.
Oak, you're going to say? Let's see what your lowbrow question is. What is the surname of the professor in Cluedo?
I actually don't know. That's really quite annoying. I don't know, so I'm going to say... OK, I'll just say Beach. I know it's not his name, but never mind.
It's not, I'm afraid.
I know.
Phil, first on the buzzer.
Plum.
Professor Plum on a plum tree. Yeah, well done, Phil. Phil, here we go for 2 points.
Sir.
The 1388 Battle of Otterburn is described in 2 famous ballads. The Battle of Otterburn and the Ballad of what?
Epping Forest.
The Battle of Epping Forest. So Epping
My
Forest.
favourite Genesis track.
Okay, Epping Forest?
Lowbrow, please.
Here is your lowbrow question. Who played Clark Griswold in the National Lampoon films?
That would be Mr. Chevy Chase.
Is right. The Ballad of Chevy Chase. Chevy Chase, yeah. Absolutely. 1 point. I think he was named after the Ballad of Chevy Chase. At least I assume he was, because it's a weird coincidence otherwise. It's not his real name. Makita, we'll start with you. Here's your highbrow question for 2 points. Study of the phases of which celestial object provided the first direct observational evidence for Copernican theory?
OK, cool. Noted.
Noted. So you can have a free guess.
No, thank you.
OK, here's your lowbrow question for 1 point. Which song gave Bananarama their biggest hit of 1986? Same answer.
Same answer. No idea.
No idea. Should we time you out? Yes. Yes. That is great news.
Wow. Was it me or was it...
No, it was
Aid?
Aid, I'm afraid. I'm so sorry. Aid?
It's Venus.
Oh,
Venus.
I was going to say that.
Oh, that's a real shame.
Oh.
Well done,
The
Aid.
dance, by the way.
Oh, lovely. Ed, highbrow question for you now for 2 points.
OK.
The success of which Shakespearean character's scheme hinges on him having hidden a handkerchief amongst the belongings of Cassio?
My answer, because it's one of the only Shakespearean villains that I know and I can think of the lowbrow answer, is Iago.
What's the lowbrow question for that?
What is the name of the parrot in Aladdin?
OK, let's find out if it is. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ed Gamble. Very well done.
It's true. They're the only one.
Yeah.
In the 1993 animated classic Aladdin, what is the name of Jafar's parrot sidekick? Are you going to stick with your answer?
I'm sticking with Iago.
Is it Iago? It is Iago. Well done. Kate,
Yes.
for 2 points.
OK.
Located just north of the Tropic of Capricorn, which of Australia's Whitsunday Islands has the largest population? Should we move on to lowbrow?
Yes.
Yep. Here's your lowbrow question. Which hip-hop musical was written by Lin-Manuel Miranda?
Hip-hop musical.
Oh, look. Look at them.
Oh, look, they're poised.
all
just
three
take
of them.
it. Just take it. I give up. I don't know. I really just don't know. And now I'm going to know in a minute, and I'm going to hate myself even
you
more
are.
if that's possible.
OK, we will time you out and we'll have a buzzer race between the other three. Oh, no.
Sorry,
Nobody
everyone.
wanted to see that. Nobody wanted to see
Fast
that.
Freddy here. Go on.
Ed, what is
Hamilton.
it? Is that the right answer? Hamilton Island and Hamilton. Aid, what's the answer to this, please? Robert Devereux, a favourite of Queen Elizabeth I, who was later executed for treason, was the second Earl of where?
I'm going to say Essex.
Second Earl of Essex. Here is your lowbrow question. Are you going to stick with Essex or are you going to change? What does the E stand for in Towie? Are you sticking with your answer?
I'm going to stick with my answer.
Aid Edmondson, everybody. 2 points. Very nicely done. Makita, we go back to you. A highbrow question for 2 points. Which Baroque chorus appears in Handel's Messiah with text based on Revelation chapter 19?
Lowbrow, right now.
In 2008, X Factor winner Alexandra Burke topped the UK singles chart with which song?
Hallelujah.
Is that the right answer? That's the right answer. Well played. Ed Gamble, 2 points first time down. Here is your highbrow question. When followed by antebellum, which two-word Latin phrase forms a sentence that translates as the state existing before the war?
I don't think I'm going to get it.
That's a shame.
No.
Oh,
Reaching.
Oh, no.
oh poor Ed.
Oh, I want to get it now.
Drop my tiny violin.
I will have the lowbrow, please,
You have
Richard.
the lowbrow
Yes.
question, Ed. Here's your lowbrow question for a point. Same answer to the highbrow. Which rock legends opened Live Aid in 1985?
I'm going to kick myself for not getting this right. Ooh. What? I'm trying to think of a war and...
I'm going to have to time you out.
Yeah,
I'm
time me
afraid,
out.
Ed. That is Kate.
Oh, sweet. Status quo.
Status quo is the answer. Well played.
I'd like to say I got it on the highbrow, but I didn't.
Did you not?
I know you're going to be surprised, Richard.
Kate, your chance to get a highbrow answer now. 2 points if you get this. Which plant of the cashew family contains the irritant urushiol, causing contact dermatitis in many people who touch it?
I'm going to go lowbrow.
Going to go lowbrow?
Yeah.
I'm having a guess. Let's take a look at your lowbrow question. Which baddie was played by Uma Thurman in Batman and Robin?
Poison ivy.
Oh, look at everyone went.
Suddenly, I'm not the most stupid.
Very well
person in
played,
the
Kate. Poison ivy is the answer to both of those questions. 1 point. Aid, final question. Can you be the first person in history to get 2 highbrow questions in?
Aid, go on, Aid.
Come on, Aid.
Here we go. Good luck. Here's your highbrow question. From which Cretan structure, said to have been conceived by Daedalus for the king Minos, was Theseus able to escape?
It's called the Labyrinth.
I mean, and I can think of a lowbrow question.
Yeah.
Can you think of one at home as well? Let's take a little look. Your lowbrow question, same answer is... In which 80s film does Sarah have to rescue baby Toby from Jareth, the Goblin King?
I don't know that question. I'm going to stick with
We're
Labyrinth.
sticking with Labyrinth. Is that the right answer? Aid Edmondson. 2 highbrow questions in a row. June, we'll start with you.
Okay.
OK, here is your first question. This is your highbrow one. So if you get it from this, you will get 2 points. In traditional Western music, how many natural pitches make up a major diatonic scale?
8.
8. We'll go with 8. OK, we'll show you your lowbrow one as well. You can change your answer after you've seen this, or you can stick with 8. Brad Pitt and Gwyneth Paltrow appeared together in which 1995 thriller?
7.
7 is the correct answer. Well played, June, for 1 point. You were close. You were 1 away. That's a nice way of looking at it. Dev, here's your highbrow question. 2 points if you can get this. Who chronicled Martin Frobisher's expeditions in search of the Northwest Passage in the 1578 work, A True Discourse of the Late Voyages of Discovery?
Oh, I know this one. No, I don't. I've got no idea.
You've never done that on Radio 1?
No, I haven't covered it yet. No, I've got nothing.
Nothing, says Dev. So for 1 point, here's your lowbrow question. Same answer. 2006 Love Island winner Callum is the son of which football star from Northern Ireland?
George Best?
George Best is the correct answer. Who would have known that from the first one?
Yeah.
Debbie, a highbrow question for you.
OK.
OK, 2 points for this. Which one-act ballet by British choreographer Kenneth Macmillan was first performed in 1956 and has a principal character simply known as the Girl? No, you were a ballet dancer.
I know a lot of Kenneth Macmillan's ballets, but they were later, not 1956.
We're so close to getting a highbrow answer here.
The girl. No, I don't know.
No, should we go straight to the lowbrow?
Mm-hmm.
OK, for 1 point. Which Bond girl was played by Jane Seymour?
Oh, right. Solitaire.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
I was thinking,
I think...
please, I was thinking, surely he's not done a ballet called Pussy Galore.
Do you know that went through my head as well?
You're just thinking, surely that's
all
not
the characters. Yeah, it's Solitaire.
Everyone at home was thinking it as well.
There's a ballet called Solitaire.
OK, let's take a look.
Yeah.
Is it Solitaire? Great work, Debbie. Well played.
I wouldn't know that one.
Well played.
That's a tough one.
Alex Horn.
Yes.
See if we can get a 2-pointer, shall we?
OK.
The Third Symphony of which classical composer is commonly referred to as Eroica?
I guess you're trying to think of a name which could also be an answer to another question.
Yeah.
So I'll say Beethoven, in case it's a dog film.
Oh, that makes sense. I was going through composers thinking what would be a lowbrow question that would... So you're saying Beethoven, and you're hoping this is a question about a movie
And I
about a
think they've
massive
got
dog.
time to rewrite it
Yeah.
and make it that one.
Let's take a little look. In which 1992 family film did the Newtons take in a slobbery St Bernard? Now, are you going to stick with Beethoven?
I think I will.
You're going to stick with Beethoven? Of course you are. 2 points to Alex Horton. Well done.
Oh, Alex! Yeah.
Nicely done. June, back to you.
Yep.
2 points for this. Charlotte, Emily and Anne Bronte all published notable works of fiction under pseudonyms with which surname?
Well, they're the Bronte sisters.
Mm-hmm.
And so, what they know what their pseudonym was?
Just want to guess a surname?
Smith.
Smith. Smith, says June. It would be great if that's right.
I'll change it if it's not.
Yeah, good thinking. Let's take a look at the lowbrow question. Anita Ward reached number 1 in 1979 with Ring My What?
Bell.
Is the right answer, June. Well played, 1 point. Deb, 2 points if you can get this. Which Latin word denoting a royal position is bestowed on Oedipus in the title of a tragedy written by Sophocles that inspired an opera by Stravinsky?
Yeah, I only know what about 4 of those words are in that whole sentence. Latin words denoting a royal position. OK, let's just go for the lowbrow.
Yep, we'll go lowbrow. What's the name of the green dinosaur in the Toy Story films?
Oh, my goodness, that is so annoying. Is it... I want to say he's just called Rex, but... Let's go Rex.
We're going Rex. Is it Rex? Of course, it's Rex. Well,
oh, thank goodness. I was going to leave if I didn't get that one right.
That's Latin for king, isn't it? Rex.
Yeah.
Debbie.
Yes.
2 points if you can get this. I can't promise another ballet question, I'm afraid.
Oh.
The mercy seat in the Book of Exodus and Antony's chair in Antony and Cleopatra are made of what material?
Antony's chair. So, wood.
Wood, you're going to say. Let's take a look, see if your lowbrow question changes your mind. What was the title of ABBA's 1992 Greatest Hits album?
1992.
I don't want to push you in any direction, but Wood would be a very unusual title for a Greatest Hits album.
It would.
It would. Yeah, there you
Especially
go.
by ABBA.
Yeah. I mean, Ronnie Wood, maybe his could be called Wood. If Debbie can't get it, it does open up to the other players. You can buzz in.
Yeah, I'm struggling.
Should we time you out, Debbie?
Yes.
OK, as soon as that goes red, anyone else can buzz in. Dev.
Velvet?
It's not velvet, I'm afraid. Oh, Alex.
I didn't know you were going to go for it.
You go.
Gold?
It is gold.
Sorry, June, I didn't...
Gold. Great.
Sorry, June.
It's all right, next time.
Yeah,
Of course it's gold.
I didn't know it.
Of course it's gold.
Well
gold.
played, Alex.
Yeah.
Well,
Last question in this round. 2 points if you can get it from this. Which American warship was the first nuclear-powered aircraft carrier and served in conflicts including the Cuban Missile Crisis?
No, thank you.
Nope.
No, thank you.
You're not going to go for Clint the orangutan or something?
Oh, yeah, good point. What's a lowbrow answer to anything? I'll go with Little Chef.
That's fantastic.
Imagine.
Let's take a look at your lowbrow question, see if you want to change your mind from Little Chef. In Star Trek, which United spaceship has the registration number NCC 1701?
I don't think I've ever seen Star Trek. But I must have heard of this, I suppose. It's a spaceship. Star Trek spaceship.
Should we time you out, Alex?
No, I'll go for Voyager, just as an answer.
Is it Voyager? It's not, I'm afraid. That is Dev.
Oh. The Enterprise?
Is that what you would have gone for?
Yeah.
You all would have gone for it?
Yeah.
It's the correct answer. USS Enterprise. Nina, for 2 points, what's the answer to this? In geology, what name is given to the solid layer that lies beneath loose materials, the same word being used figuratively to describe an underlying foundation?
Solid layer that lies beneath loose materials. Sediment.
Sediment, you're going to say. Well, listen,
why not?
We're going to look at the lowbrow question now. Let's see if the answer is sediment.
OK.
OK, but you can change it if you need to.
Sure.
So lowbrow, it's got the same answer. What town do the Flintstones live in?
Fraggle Rock. No, that's another show entirely. What town do the Flintstones live in? Town of Bedrock.
Oh, there you go. So I'm guessing you're going Bedrock. Let's take a look. Is it Bedrock? For 1 point, it is Bedrock. There you go. 1 point to Nina. Johnny, here is your highbrow question. Can you get 2 points here? The phrases, my brother's keeper and the fat of the land, can be found in which book of the Bible? Johnny.
Genesis.
Genesis, says Johnny. Should we take a look at your lowbrow question, see if you want to change your mind?
Oh, well
Phil
done.
Collins was a drummer in which band from 1970 to 1996? Are you going to change your mind?
Not at all.
Sticking with Genesis for 2 points, is that right? Well played, Johnny Ball. He's got very good all of a sudden, hasn't he, John?
Yeah. 4 days in, he really gets into his stride.
Doesn't he just? Yeah. You just need a running start, don't you, Johnny? That's all. Susie, for 2 points. Here is a highbrow question. 2 is the first prime number, but what two-digit number is the 8th?
58.
58. Let's see if you want to change your answer when we look at the lowbrow
almost
question.
certainly
We might, yes, you might want to, yeah. Here's the lowbrow one. What was the title of Adele's debut album released in 2008?
Was it 19?
19. Is that the 8th prime number? Absolutely right, Susie. Well done for 1 point. Danny Wallace.
Yes.
Danny Wallace, 3-time winner.
This is not boding well, though.
For 2 points, Danny. Answer me this. Claude Monet's 1873 painting, Les Coquelicots, depicts a field predominantly filled with which type of flower?
Flowers. So there's the sunflower. That's a famous one. That was Van Gogh.
Oh, this will be good. Go on. You're going to go for all the flowers.
But then why don't I say poppy?
You're going to go poppy. Let's see if you want to stick with that or change your mind when we take a look at the lowbrow question. What's the first name of Cara Delevingne's sister, who is also a famous model?
Well, Poppy's a name, isn't it?
Isn't it, though?
And I can imagine the model being called Poppy. But Cara Delevingne, I feel like she's got a different name, her sister. Oh, let's risk it all and go for Poppy.
You're going to stick with Poppy?
Oh, yeah.
For 2 points? Let's see. It is Poppy. Well done. 2 points for Danny Wallace. Heading back to Nina now. Highbrow question for 2 points. Which British satirical magazine, famous for its caricatures and cartoons, was originally published from 1841 to 1992?
I actually can see it. I just don't know the name of it. Hugely famous. Oh, my goodness. The Spectator?
You're going to go with The Spectator. Let's give you your lowbrow question. See if you want to stick with that or change your mind. In the traditional seaside puppet show, what is the name of Judy's husband?
Punch.
You sure it's not The Spectator and Judy? It might be Punch and Judy. Is Punch the answer? For 1 point, it is. Nina, well played. Johnny, 2 points in the last round. Can you repeat the trick? Here's your highbrow question. On the royal arms of the United Kingdom, which heraldic creature represents Scotland?
If it's not lion, it's not unicorn, but I'll try unicorn.
Unicorn, says Johnny. Here's your lowbrow question. What special kind of My Little Pony are Princess Celestia and Princess Luna?
Unicorns.
Are they unicorns?
Yep.
How about that? 4 points on this round. How about that? Beat that, Susie.
Yeah, I probably won't.
Let's find out.
OK.
2 points for this, Susie. Highbrow question. Which Tom Stoppard play with characters including George and Dottie opens with acrobatics representing mental gymnastics and considers questions of moral philosophy?
I think I've read this play.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, it's not coming.
We'll go on to the lowbrow question. On The Fast Show, what does Ron Manager often talk about using for goalposts?
Jumpers for goalposts.
And jumpers, the Tom Stoppard play, is that
Jumpers.
right?
Yeah, sure. That makes sense. Jumpers. Let's go with that.
It's the right answer.
Great.
Well done. Jumpers for goalposts. Danny Wallace, last question in this round. 2 points for this highbrow question. What is the surname of the New Zealand-born physicist who won the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1908?
1908, you say?
Yeah. Just think back. Just go through the old mental Rolodex of Nobel Prize winners for physics.
Physicist in 1908? No, I have no idea.
Should we go lowbrow?
No, let's just keep doing that. No,
We'll go lowbrow. We'll go lowbrow.
Yeah.
Here's the lowbrow one. What is the surname of the Brit who won gold in the long jump on Super Saturday in 2012?
Rutherford?
Is it Rutherford? Greg Rutherford and Ernest Rutherford is the right answer. Well played, Rutherford, for 1 point. Nicely done. Kate, you're going first?
Yeah.
2 points if you can get it from this highbrow clue. Yola Letellier, a ballerina who had married the editor of Le Journal newspaper, was the inspiration for which novella by Colette, later adapted into a play and a musical?
Is it the red shoes?
So you'll say the red shoes, OK? And let's take a look at your lowbrow question and see if you want to stick with that answer. Which member of the Hadid family appeared with Zayn Malik on the cover of Vogue in 2017?
No. Freeze me out. I'm done.
OK, we'll time you out. As soon as she's timed out, you can buzz in if you wish, if anyone knows it. Joel Dommett.
Gigi.
Is it Gigi?
Oh.
It is Gigi. Well played. That answers both questions. Good start, Joel. John Thompson, welcome to Wednesday.
Thank you.
Here's your first question. If you get your answer from this, I'll give you 2 points. In Oscar Wilde's moral fantasy novel, The Picture of Dorian Gray, Dorian's profound desire for immortality is granted when he is painted by an artist with what first name?
I know the whole story. I've seen the original film. I've seen him portrayed in the Penny Dreadful, but I don't know that detail. I don't know the artist's name.
You're not a free guess at the name?
Brian.
Brian is your guess at the name?
Yeah.
I'd love it.
Simply Brian.
Imagine it. Simply Brian. Let's see, is that going to be the answer to your lowbrow question? Let's see if you're going to stick with Brian
Love
or
it
if you're
to
going
be right.
Change your mind. It wouldn't be nice. What's the first name of John Cleese's bungling hotel owner?
Basil.
Basil. Is that the right answer for 1 point? Well played. It is Basil. Yolanda, can you answer me this? In the Pulitzer Prize-winning play Death of a Salesman, Willie Loman wrestles with the expectations he has for his sons. Happy and who?
Wrestles with the expectations he has for his sons. Happy and Larry.
Happy and Larry. That sounds good.
Sounds about right.
So Larry. Oh, John thinks it might be right. Let's take a look at your lowbrow question, see if you want to stick with Larry.
Me out.
Yeah, I think it is. Which Back to the Future bad guy has a truckload of manure fall on him and his car? Oh, look at Kate on the buzzer there, ready for any slip-up.
used to love Back to the Future. I can't remember any of it.
Joel approaching his buzzer, trying to be cool about it. John Thompson sitting back.
Brian.
I don't know.
Let's see.
Name of the day.
Here's the answer, Brian. What is the answer, Kate?
It's Biff.
Biff is the answer. Happy and Biff Tannen from Back to the Future. Joel, it is your turn now, sir. For 2 points, can you answer me this?
I doubt it.
Referenced in the musical direction Am Frosh, what is the name of the part of a string instrument's bow that allows a player to adjust the tension of the bow's hair by turning the screw?
I mean, on a guitar, it's called a machine head, isn't it? So, I mean, I know that's probably not what it's called, but I've got another question. So I'm going to go machine head.
Machine head. I wonder what the lowbrow question would be to give us the answer machine.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's a good point. I haven't thought about that at all, have I?
Let's have a little look at your lowbrow question. Yolanda is all over this. Which type of animal chorus sings with Paul McCartney on We All Stand Together?
Oh, is it frog?
Yeah?
Frogs.
Should we go frogs?
Yeah.
Let's take a look. What is the answer? It is frog. Well done.
Wow.
Kate, for 2 points, what's the answer to this, please? Zingiber officinale is the scientific name of which plant whose aromatic rhizome has traditionally been used to treat a variety of ailments?
So it's a medicinal plant that smell is very pungent. That's the clue, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, what we're thinking, but then we've got to think about what the answer to the other question might be.
Yeah,
so, tea tree, eucalyptus, sage, those kind of things. I'm going to go eucalyptus.
Eucalyptus, says Kate. Let's see if you want to change your answer after you've seen this clue. Which Spice Girl wore a Union flag dress at the 1997 Brit Awards?
Ginger.
Ginger is the answer. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it, when you see it? Zingiber, yeah, Zingiber. Ginger. Well done if you said that at home. Very good answer. John, here's yours. Which ancient Roman unit of weight was equivalent to approximately 5,076 English grains?
I don't know how many have survived from that period that came all the way through. Because, I mean, there were units, spans and things, weren't there, in Roman times, which was that. So I don't know about weights. You were paid in salt sometimes.
Yes.
I'll go a pound, but I think that's later. That comes. I'll go a pound.
Says John, are you going to change your answer after you see the lowbrow question? Both born on the 25th of September, Michael Douglas and Catherine Zeta-Jones share what star sign?
Oh, guess Aquarius.
It is not. Joel Dommett.
Capricorn.
Is the answer Capricorn? It is not. That is Yolanda.
Libra.
Yay, it is right. Well done, Libra.
In fact, I am Libra.
Oh,
that's
good.
Before,
That's handy.
Close-ish.
Yolanda, it is now your turn.
Oh, gosh, I thought I could count for that. Oh,
no, you get another chance to get a point.
Okay.
Here's your first question. You get 2 points if you get this one. Proxima Centauri is an example of what type of celestial object, also known as an M-type star?
I have no idea. Let's say a harp.
Harp, says Yolanda. Let's see if you want to change your answer after your lowbrow question. Which sci-fi sitcom starts with an episode called The End?
Something to do with maybe something to do with like a galaxy kind of black hole.
Is the answer black hole? Not, I'm afraid. Unlucky. Kate?
Red Dwarf.
Red Dwarf is the answer. Red Dwarf is the name of that celestial object and the name of the sitcom. Well done, Kate. Joel, last opportunity to get a 2-pointer.
Oh, yeah. You know me. Classic 2-pointer this time.
Here is your first question. In chess, which piece can take part in the move known as a fianchetto?
I'm going to go with Queen, because I feel like that's...
The Queen.
That's going to be the most likely answer for the second vibes.
Oh, yes, very good thinking. So Queen says, Joel, do you want to change your mind when you see this clue? Which neighbour's family includes Madge and Harold?
Oh, no.
Oh, this is when he's showing his age.
Sorry.
Go on, that's good.
Not that we don't think you're going to get it,
You've got to fight fire with fire.
Kind of.
A lot of confidence in you on these three podiums.
Yeah, not going to get it. So obviously you guys all know it. Let's go for King.
It won't shock you to know that is...
obviously, I got it right.
It's incorrect. Oh, Yolanda.
Bishop.
Bishop is the answer.
Of course it is.
Well done, Madge and Harold Bishop.